Alright, what's goody? I'm doing this recap right as we got stopped out, so because this I messed up. This loss is definitely on me, and there's something definitely I need to make sure we get down before. If we do look to take another position, I'll explain why later. Let me get into the entire trade, unless we get stopped out right now. So anyway, what happened? Let me quickly break it down so we can get an understanding. Am I frustrated about this loss? Yes, kind of primarily, but I'm not upset, primarily because I knew I should have waited, but I did not. Why did I not wait? Because 1 hour broke structure to the upside, and primarily I don't trade retracements. So I was like, fine, let's hit it with the breakout strategy. Entering on the break a structure. Oh, why is my chart not loading? Yeah. Bingo, bam. So this is taking forever. Wow. Okay then. Hello? What is going on? Can I recap my trade now? Like, pretty good. Alright, now we can. So anyway, let me just get straight into it. So, daily. We're looking for a break of structure to the upside. This is my bias. Pause it if you want to read. Anyway. So, put that to the side. We're looking for a break structure here, continuing to the upside. Why? Because weekly we broke structure to the upside. 4 hour. Was looking for a 4 hour break of structure. Right here we had our break of structure. We were not on the computer at the time. I wish we were, but we weren't. 1 hour. Wish we were on the computer, but we weren't. But we see price broke structure back to the upside. So anyway, actually going down to our trade entry, we've seen, okay, 1 hour broke structure to the upside. Let us enter on 1 hour break structure. We enter on 1 hour break structure. We knew price would retrace due to this move being an overall big move, especially on a daily time frame. So we're like, okay, we need some retracement. We trade break of structure. Our trade entry is on break of structure. So we're like, you know what, we're gonna enter on break of structure. And we did. Let me just. It was very AIDS. One position entry was here. Another position entry was here. And there was one more position entry all the way up here. So straight off the bat, I knew this was going to be a loss, primarily because of how disorganized I was and how, yes, I was locked in, but just everything as a whole, knowing I should have just sat there patiently and waited for a retracement, that would have been the best play. And really, when I entered, the main reason why I knew this would be a loss is primarily because our stop loss. I always advocate to have a validating SL when entering a trade to make sure that, you know, you just don't have your SL anywhere, because price can retrace anywhere. You want it at a reasonable location to where if price retraces, you're like, okay, I was wrong. Like right now, if price retraced, I wouldn't be able to sit there and say, okay, I was wrong. I would have to sit there and say, okay, something went wrong on my end with my trade entry. Not, oh, I was wrong about bias. Bias, you know, may be correct, but my entry was not. That is the main point to highlight, and that's the main key. If anything, it would have been even better if move this here. Probably gonna get stopped out in a minute, but if my trade entry was right here, right as we just tapped into this, this would have been more of a validating position. Even if we just retrace back into the for value gap. So yeah, this was pretty short, primarily because there was 100% mistakes on my end. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of learning to be done a lot of recapping tonight, primarily just because this was definitely a stupid position I shouldn't have taken, and I knew I was gonna get stopped out on it right from the beginning. I wrote it down, but important thing to take away is the fact that, okay, now we know what's wrong, now we know what not to do again. You have to make every mistake at least once. Like, that's the law. You have to make every mistake at least once. Why? Because it's the only way you learn. You know, there's two ways to learn. There's a hard way and the harder way. Unfortunately, I learned the harder way. I don't like to learn the hard way. So, now we actually have to go put it into practice and learn the harder way. So, how much did we lose on this trade? We lost around 6, probably going to lose around 6 grand, which is okay, 6.1k. Gold loss. Next trade, we're going to go in, de-risk ourselves by half, so we're only risking around 3 grand. Of course, in order to make up for this and get us back into a nice, decent profit. Only taking A plus setup. Will we take that position tonight? Most likely not, primarily because I do not want to go over the max daily drawdown limit. So, yes, that's that. That is everything. As you can see here, probably going to end up getting stopped out. But, what, why, how? So that's how we can learn better from this. How can we learn better from this position? By waiting. Sitting there patiently, waiting for the retracements, waiting to take a trade position with a validating stop loss. Do not allow FOMO to kick in. Do not allow, okay, my setup's happening, and all to start to kick in. And that is it.